Our final stop on our wine tour is Gibson Tavern. And here we can choose beer or wine, and we're gonna have some pizza, which I probably need in my stomach because I've had a good bit of wine. I wouldn't say a lot, but again, lightweight. So let's go in and see what they have.
Service manager, joined by Kevin by a fantastic team of Zoe, Tapati and Michaela, who have been at the games. We're here for your safety and comfort. So the assistant should be through the flight stuff, just make sure you don't hesitate to ask. So appreciate it.
I just arrived in Queenstown, and this is my room of the Millennium Hotel. It's a nice hotel. The only unfortunate part that I don't like is that this is my view. Although the mountains are nice. Obviously they're building an extension to the Millennium Hotel. So I've got to sit down and figure out what I'm going to do for the week. Got to get my computer. Well, as you can probably see behind me, it's raining today in Queenstown. I deliberately didn't book anything today because I sort of knew that it was going to rain. So I decided to just wait and see if it held up or whatever. It did. It's still raining. So what I decided to do was book a wine tour. So I'm at the Station Information Center here in Queenstown waiting for that to begin. I have to warn you, I know very little about wine. I just know what I like. So I'm not one of these people that can do the whole drink a glass and tell you about the nose and how well it's aged. I just know that I like a certain taste. One of two things are gonna happen. We're either both gonna learn something, or you're gonna find out how incredibly bad I am at describing wine. So it's gonna start in about 15 minutes and we'll take you aboard the bus, I believe, which is going to take us to 3 wineries where we're gonna sample wines and food and cheese and things like that. So 15 minutes, the bus is coming to pick us up.
We're going to be doing some eating while doing your samples today. So second location stop, there'll be some platters of food, and then third
First stop on our tour is a place called Whitree Creek Winery, and we are going to be doing our tastings in this small church back here, which is kind of cute. And I see there's a truck there from a brewery, so maybe there's an opportunity to have a beer as well. But let's go in the church. So I just ordered 2 beers and 2 wines. I decided to try the craft lager and the craft IPA. And I actually asked them to choose 2 wines for me because I have no idea. So they're giving me the Pinot Gris and the Pinot Noir. I know I like Pinot Noir, so that's probably going to be a good choice. Pinot Gris, white wine. We'll see. Thank you.
And so just a bit of a guideline with the beer note. So if you've got a couple of different types of beer and you want to wonder which one to drink first.
I guess I'll start with the beer first. And I noticed that they seem to put them all in order of tastings, making it easy for us. That's quite a nice wine tasting. I had the lager, the IPA, a Pinot Gris, and a Pinot Noir, and I did well. The Pinot Noir was absolutely delicious, probably one of the best Pinot Noirs I've ever had. The Pinot Gris, not a big white wine fan, but the Pinot Gris was everything a friend of mine told me it was going to be. It's better than most white wines. The IPA here was good, and I would buy it again if I was paying for it. But it's a little less hoppy than I like. And the lager was surprisingly good. I'm not a big lager fan, so successful first wine and beer tasting. The next stop on our tour is this place, Kinross. Kinross is not really a winery in and of itself. It's a place that sells other people's wine. So there's several different wineries around this region, and Kinross promotes them and sells them. So we're gonna go in and try some wines in there.
more OGs, we could say. Nowadays, we have more than 100. Brent Taylor, winemaker of Bali, one of the oldest winemakers in the region nowadays. Perfect example of just the work we do.
Well, we're done with Kinross Winery, or wine place. Not sure what to call it really. The wines in there are really good actually. They have a few Pinot Noirs in there that use the exact same grape but taste completely different. I still don't know how to describe them, but what I do know is that the French guy who works in there is not cheap on the pours. I think we've got one more place to go to, and we're gonna have pizza there, and I think that I'm gonna slack off a little bit because I'm becoming a lightweight in my old age, and I need to settle down. Our final stop on our wine tour is Gibson Tavern, and here we can choose beer or wine, and we're gonna have some pizza, which I probably need in my stomach because I've had a good bit of wine. I wouldn't say a lot, but again, lightweight. So let's go in and see what they have. We have a dog here that doesn't sound very friendly. Hey buddy. Well, that's it for our wine tour. I gotta admit, I couldn't finish my last beer that I had in there because I'm a little bit tipsy, enjoying the scenery around here before we get in the van and go home. I like the tour. Again, I'm not a big wine fan, so it might be a lot more fun for someone else than it is for me. But if you want to do it, it's a place called Altitude Tours, Altitude Wine Tours. And the cost, I think, is $189 normal. I got it for $149 because I found a deal on a website that does deals for things to do in Queensland. I thought it was a little expensive even at $149 because you just get a few wines and some pizza and some food. But, you know, it was interesting enough. I enjoyed it. So if you like this video, please give it a like. If you want to subscribe, click the subscribe button. And if you want notifications anytime we post a new video, click that bell. That'll pop a notification into your upper bar there every time we post something new. Thanks for watching. This is my room at the Millennial Hotel. Or the Millennium Hotel, not the Millennial Hotel. I don't think I'm a little bit too old to book at the Millennial Hotel. The first stop on our tour is a place called Whitree Creek Winery. Testing 1, 2, 3. Testing 1, 2, 3.